Welcome back, everybody. This is Captain Shar on Blue Dancer, and I just got done visiting my friend Fran for a few days here in Gloucester. And this morning, it's a beautiful morning, and we're getting ready to weigh the anchor and head to Maine. I am just a few miles out from Portland, and I'm getting ready to drop the sails. Unfortunately, we didn't get to sail a whole lot this passage. It was mostly motor sailing, but it was still fun and beautiful. We are coming up on Portland Head Lighthouse, which is probably one of the most famous lighthouse in Maine for being the most photographed and painted. And it is at the entrance of coming into Portland, Maine, Casco Bay.
This cute little lighthouse.
We have left Casco Bay, Peaks Island, and headed to Snows Island. So we are going past another one of my favorite little anchorages, and it is foggy out here, is Jewel Island. We're motor sailing because the seas are so rough right now, and I'm not going in the direction and I want to go, so I got a motor sail just because I need to get in here before the winds break loose today and tomorrow. Today they're not going to be too bad, but tomorrow they are. So we're going to Snow Island and get a little... We are coming up past Round Rock, which is at a -7 feet at low tide at times. And it can cover itself and uncover itself. So got to really watch out for the rocks and know where you are, especially with the ones coming down from the fingers from the mainland. There's a lot of ledges here in Maine. Okay, so we are almost there to Snow Island. We are coming up to where I will be dropping my sails and going in between Snow Island, and there's a little section of the mainland there, and that's where I'm going to anchor. Okay, we are at Snow Island. It's a little rough getting to here. Once I come up the river towards Quahog Bay, the seascape got a little calmer. Just still had to watch out for the zillion lobster traps, but whoops, guess who's here? Somebody's saying hi. Say hi, Cleena. Say hi. Say hi. She comes out after the boat settles. And anyways, so I'm the only one in here in the anchorage part, except for back that way, and then there's mooring balls here, but I don't trust these mooring balls because I know they belong to owners, but who does the inspections of them? So I've seen boats get on them that aren't, the owners. So that's a kind of a typical thing here in Maine. You can, if there's available mooring balls, you can take it, but when the owner comes, you have to give it up, which makes sense. But yeah, I just, then you have to take the risk of having to move, right? So, I love it here in Snow Island. I wasn't going to stop, but the weather has changed. It's supposed to be like 34, 36 knots of wind, maybe 36 gusts. Sustained winds way over the 20s. So I'm just going to stay here for a day or so, till Tuesday maybe, and see if the seas calm down. It might be Wednesday I might be leaving, and then head to Long Cove, which I like to anchor there, and then from Long Cove maybe make Belfast and go in there. We're supposed to have a Gamma Pacific Sea Crafts next week. I think it's the 8th and the 9th. I didn't think I was going to be there. I don't know if I'm still going to be there yet. I'm still, I don't know what I am. A day's passage, probably, away. They're going to have it up there by Castine, in one of my favorite anchorages up there. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. So anyways, what I came on here for was to show you, I've got my sail already tied, dropped and tied, so the main's done. But basically, you got all these lines you have to, after you've sailed, to take care of. The head sail's easy because you furl that up, but you just got to take care of the lines. So, of the sheets. And, yeah. So here's my mess and I usually keep it more organized as I go, but it gets messed up when the seas and the thing comes off the lazarets here, and then they fall on the cockpit floor, and then you have to pick them up, and then you either straighten them out or whatever. But most of these are reefing lines, so the reefing lines, they just got to be pulled in once the sail's dropped. They got to be unclutched and free to go up with the sail when you raise the sail. So you got to make sure they're not hung up on anything, because it just doesn't make your sail go up very easily. You have to come back and untie a knot or get it unhooked or whatever. So yeah, so I gotta clean up, and once I clean up, I'll show you. Hey, Cleena, you gonna help? Look at that first mate, she's checking that out. All right, we'll be back when the mess is cleaned up. And there's that boat again. Look at that. I love it. Oh, I guess they're gonna turn around on us here. So this is the way I came in. And you're kind of enclosed with a bunch of little islands and here. So bigger islands, smaller islands, all jumbled in here. So more small islands. That's a private island back here. That's a small island. On back there, some boats anchor back there, some anchor even further back in there, but it's a little narrow for me. Then there's rocks. Hey everybody. I made it from Booth Bay to Long Cove by Tennant's Harbor, and I was anchored around 5 o'clock this evening. And so yeah, this is my favorite anchorage in Maine. Well, one of the favorites. I have a few others, but I'm on my way, or I should say, I'm on my way to Belfast. And unfortunately, there's a reason why I'm heading for Belfast. Not only that I usually go to Belfast, but there's another reason I'm going to Belfast. And I will go into it later here about it. What happened yesterday, and I'm still afloat. It is okay, I guess, in some respects, but I'm going to get hauled out in Belfast. Was the only marina that I could find close enough to me, near Harpswell, to Booth Bay and here, to get hauled out, because Rockland, none of the marinas there that do haul outs would accommodate me, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess they have events that are going on with big yachts that are coming in, sailing yachts that are coming in, that are taking the time of their employees, and they cannot accommodate me. So, that being said, life goes on. And that is sailing life, okay? You have to buckle down to everybody else. You don't have any, how would I want to say that? They're not going to accommodate you, okay? They just don't. There's far and few between marinas that will do that, and there is plenty that will, and you just have to go and deal with those marinas and that are happy to have you. So yeah, so I am in Long Cove. I left Booth Bay this morning very nervously, but I made it, and I'm here, and I will go in greater detail later about the events that happened yesterday. And yeah, so this is one of my favorite anchorages up in Maine. I love it in here. There's more boats in here than there normally is. Normally I'm usually the only one, or maybe there might be one more. But yeah. So there's our sunset. Okay, to the east side of the Gulf of Maine. It is amazing, okay? This view between two islands. And we are coming down to low tide. And it is just, I come here because of the view. Because it's amazing. I have sad news to tell you, and you're looking at a GoPro under the water that I took of Blue Dancer's damage to the keel. It happened yesterday when I was passing through a area that I normally go through before, and I was in 18 to 36 feet of water and hit something. Not sure what it was, but it wasn't charted. I was north of Yamith Island, and just leaving Quahog Bay and cutting across, and it jumped out there, I guess. I don't know, but I have no idea. Rock, whatever it could have been, but it happened. And fortunately, there was no taking in water, and she is now safely on the Hard in Belfast, and we are getting worked on. And I am posting a few images of her out of the water, of her keel damage. I want to thank you all for your love and support, and be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. But I want to leave you with something that I had posted on my Facebook page, and it comes with, when you're sailing the seas as often as I do, and I go up and down the East Coast, it comes with inherent risks. And sometimes, despite the familiar routes, the unexpected happens, and hitting an uncharted object on a well-traveled path is a stark reminder of the ocean's unpredictable nature. Again, thank you for your support. I love you. You guys be safe out there.